Okay, so you've received one of these units from me. I haven't even named them yet, but you get this unit. Now what? What do you do to make this thing work? All right, we'll show you. First thing you need to do is get on your device, either Android or Apple. This is an Android device. So I went to the Blynk, App Store, and downloaded the Blynk app. You just download it, and when the first time it runs, it'll ask you for a email address and a password. Keep the password and the email address. The email address has to be an active email so you can actually get notifications, and you need to get there's a unique authorization code. It's a big long giant code you're going to need in a minute. It will be automatically emailed to that email address. So once you set this up, you're going to email me that authorization code so I can program it into the unit. So you should have already done this even before you got to your unit. So let's just go to the app. Yeah, I've got a lot of apps on my phone. All right, it'll pop up and it'll ask you if you want to create a new project. I think it's one of the first things it does. I think, and it's possible whenever you first register, it automatically sends you an authorization code and everything. So let's just create a project. I am using the ESP8266. Explains your project name. We can just do test. Let's just do test. Hit create. All right, blank board. Yeah, now what, right? Let's see. Well, it's going to be fairly simple. Once you send me the authorization code, I can send you a link. The link, you can simply open up the link and it should go straight in here and build everything in the way I have it set up. That's really handy. It doesn't always work though. So if it's already set up, you're pretty much done. But if it doesn't work right, this is how you manually set it up. It takes a few moments here, but it's not that difficult. So the first thing you want to do is click on this. You will start off with a $2,000 energy points, whatever they call those. You can buy more here. We're going to set it up and assume that you only have 2,000. If you want to add more, it's like 99 cents to add more. You won't be able to get the graph that I had on the previous video, but you can get everything else and make it work just fine. If you add 99 cents, you'll have more energy to be able to add that in. So first thing we need to do is we want to go in here and find, let's see, we want to find the LCD display. So you click on that, bring that up. Now we're going to need a couple of, where are they at? Nope, not notifications. Where are they at? Let's see. There's some bars. Sliders. There's a slider. You go back in and add another slider. And you need to go back in another slider. And add another slider. Okay, once you get your sliders added, now you need to go and have some way to get your information. So, where is it at? I probably passed it up. It's probably at the top. Oh yeah. So you want to be able to, oh yeah, your notifications is what we're looking for now. It's down here. All right, email is one of the good ones. That's one of the important ones. If you have a Twitter account, Twitter's free. It doesn't even cost you any energy points, so there's no point in not adding it if you don't have it. And notifications. Now we're getting set up. One more button. You need to be able to turn that audible alarm off. So let's go up here to a button. Boom, button. Now you have everything you need. Now let's start configuring all that. So this looks complicated. It's really not. So you need to set up your pin. This first pin, let's set this first pin up to temperature. So our temperature is going to be virtual pin 6. Don't worry about all that. It's all done in the background between the app and my programming in the unit. The second one, let's do humidity. So virtual, and virtual is going to be virtual 5. Now this is the maximum. So temperature, we can put temperature up there, maybe 120. I don't know, if you don't ever decide to go above 100, you can use 100. I'm just going to put something, a random value in there. And humidity obviously really is not going to go above 100%. for all practical purposes. Read rate, I don't think that even matters. The way I have it coded, 5 seconds is great. Leave it at 1. I think I coded it, so it doesn't matter. Okay, now what we're looking at, you see that first part right there that pops up automatically? That's actually, you do not want to mess with that. That is what goes out and grabs the value of the temperature. So that's your like 78 degrees or whatever. The way I have it set up now, it goes out to like 3 or 4 place values. That's probably too many. So imagine that being the actual temperatures. Imagine that says 50 degrees. So now you want to put some kind of label in front of that so you know what that means. So you want to come in here and do temperature. And put a couple spaces in here. We'll play with that, get the spacing right. And here's humidity. So you want to do humidity. Humidity. Put a couple spaces in there. Oops, I don't want a period. Alright, there you go. Now, colors. You can pick the colors, any colors you want. I'm just going to leave them default. It doesn't matter to me. Let's see. Anything else we need to set up? That looks like it. So now we go back. See, there's not doing anything yet. There's no temperatures actually in here, units yet, because we haven't turned the unit on and got it configured to here yet. Now we need to set the sliders up. So this slider, we're going to call this one high humidity. And this is going to set what threshold that you want the alarm to go off. So we're going to change it to red, because man, red keys like high humidity, high temperature. Seems like it's what you want. So now you want to change this to virtual, and high humidity is virtual 0. So, and this is the range that you want to be able to cut it off. So for the highest thing. So for us, let's just leave it 100 degrees. So if it's already 100 degrees, I have nothing that wouldn't be a problem if I already got to 100 degrees. Send on a release. That's got to be set to on. If it's set to off, it causes all kind of weird issues. So let's leave it to on. So it looks like we've got what we set up there. Done. And go back. See, now it shows you high temperature, and it shows you the virtual pin 0. We don't have any value in there yet because we haven't really set things all the way up. So now we want to set up the next. So it doesn't matter which way you put them. High humidity there, high temperature there, low temperature there, or low temperature over here. It's however you prefer. So let's set this one up for low temperature. So now we go to low temperature is virtual pin 1. And we're going to do the same thing. Low temperature. This is low temperature. And let's put that blue because it's kind of cold. Alright, change this over to whatever you want. I like to leave it, make them both kind of the same. Makes them look cooler. Okay, that's done. Let's jump up over here. This will be our high humidity. Yeah, I know. Somebody called me and left a message. And I'm going to reshoot the video. High humidity. And we can leave it blue. Maybe green, that looks pretty cool. And humidity values really can't go above 100. Well, what I like to do in a high humidity is go to 105 or higher. That way you can slide your slider bar all the way over there and it'll never go off. So if you don't care, if you could, like my tortoise tank, I don't care what the humidity is, but I want to set it up in there anyhow. I just slide it all the way over above 100. And we go, pin, virtual pin for high humidity is going to be virtual pin 4. There we go. Set that back. So, and we got high humidity. And now let's go to slider. For this one, let's do this low humidity. There's low humidity. And I'll leave it white for low. And the low humidity is going to be set at virtual pin 3. Gotta refer to my notes. And then low humidity, obviously you're never going to want anything, above 100% for your low. You can't, that doesn't even make any sense. So there you go. Those are all set up. Now I need to set up your email. I have that's the email address that I set up in Blynk. So feel free to send me an email to that email address if you have any questions about this thing. But I'm going to send it with my phone number, 817 501 And if I do it like that, that's the format for AT&T. You have to look up your own carrier to figure out how you send a text. There's websites out there to give you all of that formatting. So you put your phone number in their app, and depending on what your carrier is, you would change the last part to whatever they say. This will be able to send me a text. I can also send it to my email and have my email automatically forward it to a text or forward it to a friend, whatever. You can have it forwarded to a ton of different places you want to go if this is that important to you. So if you had a business partner, something like that, this would be forwarded to him. And you could forward it to get a text. So you get an email to you, email to your business partner, text message to you, and you can even have it set up a text message him or her. So this could be, that's really handy. Twitter account, you can do connect to Twitter. I already have a Twitter account. Boom, there you go. Hit connect. It's connected to my Twitter account. Notifications. Okay, you want notifications to, when it goes offline? Yeah, that's kind of the point. You want wait? I don't want to wait. I want to know instantly when that sucker goes off. Unless, I tell you what, I've never tried it. Let's just kick it up here to like a minute. If it was offline for a minute, that'd be okay. And that way, if you get these little bumps, maybe it won't send me notifications anymore. Priority high, because I want to know. This thing's got to go through. It's going to be high priority if my thing's offline. Okay, we're almost set up. This button is going to be, I just had mine set up as buzzer. You can do it any way you want. And you can set it to any color you want to. So if you like it red, set it to red, whatever you want to do. And the buzzer is going to be set up to virtual pin 7. And you want this to be a switch. Push means you have to hold the thing down for it to change state, and off means it is on or off, like a on-off switch, not a momentary switch. You want it to switch. It's the only way this is going to work. And these are, I can leave it the way it was. The default's fine. And I'm kind of wondering, I almost forgot this might be reversed. We'll have to test it. It's easy enough to check. We can flip that. Okay, this is all set up and ready for us to connect to it. So if you want to know what your authorization number is and you've forgotten, you simply click here, and one of the easiest things to do is copy all. Now I copied it to the clipboard. I can do email all. That means it's sending me an email. That's what you want to do whenever you want to hit send email. When you get that email, forward it to me with your with your, what do you call it, the Wi-Fi name and password. Once I get that, then I can build it and program in your system. So when you have this, it'll have your phone number, not your phone number, it'll have your authorization number already built into it. It'll have your Wi-Fi name and password built into it. So I'm going to pause this right now. I've got to go get my authorization number that I just made and load it up into that unit and put my Wi-Fi name and password into it. So I will be back.